Hey guys, so before I start this video, I just want to point out the complete obvious. I have not made a video in so long. I am so sorry. Honestly, I've just had so much going on lately and I just haven't been in the mindset to sit down and film. And I didn't really think many people would notice, but I've been getting messages from people almost every day asking me like when my next video is and saying that they miss my videos and even checking up on me to see if everything's okay. And thank you all so much. I mean, I seriously love you all so much. It means everything to me. I am okay and I'm going to get back in the routine of making videos for you all. This video today, I want to give a small shout out to anybody who requested it. There was a couple people who requested it and I never heard much about this story. I had vaguely heard about it, but once I started researching it, I knew I 100% had to do a video on it. And it's about Peggy Entwistle. This is just what creepy old Hollywood stories are made of. This is just classic. Peg Entwistle was an actress. Her acting during her lifetime is what attracted people, but in her afterlife, it's her spirit that's been getting a little bit of attention of its own. Millicent Lillian Entwistle, or Peg Entwistle, was a Welsh-born stage and film actress born on February 5th, 1908. Not a whole lot is known about Peg's really early life, except for the fact that her mother died when she was super young, and her father went on to marry somebody else, and he had 2 sons from that marriage. Then, during Peg's teenage years, her father was actually hit by a car and passed away. He sent his 2 sons to live with their Uncle Harold in California, but Peg stayed in New York. During this time, Peg was obviously extremely distraught. She was very depressed and she needed something to turn to comfort her, and for her that was acting. By the age of 17, she was on Broadway and she was an amazing actress. She found true success on the stage. A lot of young actresses at the time really looked up to her, one of those being Bette Davis. Bette Davis actually saw Peg in a play called The Wild Duck, and after seeing Peg's performance, she told her mother she wanted to be just like Peg. So even though Peg didn't have a really long running career, she did help inspire one of the biggest actresses of our time. Peg hit true success on the stage, but as time went on, her success started dwindling down a little bit and it was very hard for her to land a role. A lot of her plays that she was in were complete flops, so she did what a lot of people did at that time and she went to Hollywood. While in Hollywood, it was very hard for her to find any roles. She just could not land a job at all. But they offered her a role in a movie called 13 Women. She was extremely excited about this. She thought this was her big break, and she was actually in one of the main roles in the movie. As the filming went on and they edited the film, they actually cut her part down to basically nothing. By the end of the film, she was only in the film for about 3 minutes. So she was extremely distraught about this. She didn't know what to do. She couldn't land any more jobs. She just was at a loss, and especially with her past depression and the fact that she really didn't have a ton of people who were there to support her, her depression got worse. On September 16th, 1932, she was with her Uncle Harold and she told him that she was going to go to the drugstore to meet some friends. On September 18th, 1932, a woman was walking near the Hollywoodland sign, which the Hollywoodland sign is the Hollywood sign, but back in the day, it had land at the end of it and then they changed it. So a woman was walking near the Hollywoodland sign and she noticed a shoe on the ground and a woman's purse. She went in the purse and she found a suicide note. When she looked farther on, she noticed a woman's body. She called the police station immediately and they came down and picked up the body. The suicide note read, "I am afraid, I am a coward, I am sorry for everything. If I had done this a long time ago, it would have saved a lot of pain. Signed, P.E." Instead of going to meet her friends that night on September 16th, she went to the southern slope of Mount Lee, climbed up the H in the Hollywoodland sign, and jumped 45 feet to her death. Her suicide note was printed in the local newspaper, and her uncle saw it in the paper, and he immediately contacted the police department because he recognized her handwriting, and he went to identify the body, and it was in fact his niece's body. The Hollywood sign is where Peg had her very tragic and unfortunate death, and now people think that her spirit may haunt that exact location. There have been tons of reports since the night of her passing of people claiming to see her spirit walking around the sign. Many of these reports are very similar, all claiming to see a woman with blonde hair in 1930s style clothing looking very sad and confused, and they'll go up to her to see what's wrong and she'll completely vanish. People also report smelling a strong scent of gardenias in that area, and the scent of gardenias was actually Peg's favorite scent while she was alive. The weird thing is that absolutely no gardenias grow near the Hollywood sign, and a lot of the times that people will smell this will be in winter where absolutely no flowers are growing at all. Still to this day, there are tons of phone calls made to the Los Angeles Police Department of people saying that they see a woman go up to the H in the Hollywood sign and jump off. They'll be in a complete panic and go up to the sign and try to look for a body and see if the person's okay, and there'll be absolutely nobody there. Due to all these tons of reports and even park rangers on the regular saying that they see her spirit walking around, people have come to the conclusion that her spirit may in fact haunt the Hollywood sign. This is just one of those stories that as soon as I started doing even a little bit of research on it, I knew I had to do a video about it. I know I'm here to sit down and entertain you and give you a good ghost story, but it is a very sad story, and I know it was so long ago and it's not talked about as much, but it still happened. And while looking up the information, I did have cold chills. It's very sad. I think one of the saddest parts of this entire story is the fact that 3 days after Peg committed suicide, her uncle actually received a letter in the mail from a studio saying that they wanted Peg for the lead role in their upcoming film. That's just completely heartbreaking. She thought that her life was not going to get any better, and I received comments from people saying that they had a horrible day and my video made them feel better, and I just want to take 2 seconds to say that it does get better, and just find anything in life to look forward to. And I hope you guys liked that video, and if you're not already, make sure to like and subscribe and any of that good stuff, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.